Hi, you guys. Happy Wind Down Wednesday. Let me share this real quick. Alrighty, I think that is shared. Hopefully. How are you guys tonight? My Wind Down Wednesday drink of choice today is it's a signature rosé from Bry's Winery in Traverse City. I tell you what, if you guys are in Michigan and you ever go to Traverse City to go wine tasting, there's a lot of the big popular ones. There's all sorts of different ones, but my husband and I really like Bry's. It's B-R-Y-S. That is our favorite. Hi, Roxanne. Bry's Winery. There's Chateau Chantel. There's all sorts of real popular ones that people really enjoy. But if you've never been, it's on Old Mission Point, I believe. But it is. They've got good wine there. So I have the signature rosé. We just went, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. And stacked up on some of that. We're not big wine drinkers, but we definitely like a glass of wine every once in a while with dinner. Hi, Holly. So I'm going to get started, as always, with my primer, with the Touch Glorious Primer. And let that soak in a little bit for a couple minutes. How are you guys all tonight now that school is back in session and hopefully everybody's kind of got their routine back down a little bit? First couple of weeks are always a little bit rough. My kids are, I think, finally getting back into it. They've been back now this is their second week back. So far, not too much homework, which is fantastic. How are you, Holly? Get that rubbed off my hand. All right, so I do have my moisturizer on. Like I said, I have very oily skin. You always want to moisturize underneath your foundation, underneath your primer. If you have oily skin, chances are your skin is dehydrated. So it's good to keep some moisturizer. Your skin will make more oil because your skin is dehydrated. So if you have oily skin and you don't put moisturizer on it, your skin is going to create more oil to compensate for that. So then you'll actually be more oily rather than less. So definitely moisturize. So I'm using our Touch Glorious Primer, or the foundation. And the liquid foundation is great for oily skin as well. It's great for normal skin, pretty much any skin, unless you have dry skin, because it will go on as a liquid and dry to a matte. So if you have dry skin, we have some other options for you and you don't want to use the liquid. But if you have oily skin or normal skin or combination skin, our liquid foundation is phenomenal. And I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender and just start applying that. So I am really excited. I have some of our new products to show you guys tonight. And they are eyeshadow. I'm just going to tell you right now, the stuff that I have that I want to show you is the eyeshadow. I had the palettes, love the palettes, still love the palettes. Hi, Sarah. And when I saw that they were coming out with more eyeshadow, I was like, oh, do I get them? Because I love the palettes. Boy, I tell you, these new eyeshadows, they are pressed powder. It's not a loose powder. We had some loose powders that we did discontinue, which I think was good. I have some of the loose powders, was not a big fan of it. I think it was just harder and more complicated to put on. Hi, sweetheart. Than the pressed powders. So what I found myself is I'm like, oh yeah, I really like these colors. I'm going to use these. Well, it's too much work to put them on, so I'm just going to go to the palette. But the cool thing with our new pressed shadows is it is a customizable palette, which means you can pick and choose whatever colors you want in it, which is pretty cool. So look at the difference, you guys. Can you see how much more this covers on this side than this? It's like, woo, love it. So we have 25 different shades that the new shadows come in. And they are a couple of different finishes. They have matte, we have shimmer, we have metallic, and we have pearl. So whatever kind you like. Oh, good, Holly. Were you having issues with it? But whatever kind of finish that you like for your eyeshadow, these colors come in. And if you are the type of person that you love browns and neutrals, you can customize your own palette with browns and neutrals. If you like the pinks and purples, they have some gorgeous pinks and purples. And if you want to be a little bit more daring, they've got some teal, they've got some green. If you are one of those fall people that love pumpkin spice and pumpkin everything, they have a set of 4 that you can customize that they're like the yellows and the oranges and the coppers that is very, very pretty right now. That's been a real popular look for people just because of the time of year. But very, very pretty fall colors that come in those as well. Oh, I hear you, Holly. That's where I grew up. We didn't even know what internet was. I'm not sure they can get internet at the house I grew up in still to this day. All right, so I have pretty even coverage with the foundation. And again, you want to put your foundation on first before you go in with any concealer. You're not going to get... I am talking about Holly. I'm going to do my eyeshadow with the brand new pressed powders that we got today. I'm really excited to show you. We have a whole line of pressed eyeshadows that just came out September 1st. And you can buy them as a single palette, but you can also buy them as a quad, which let me show you. But it's customizable. So you can pick what 4 colors that you want. Like this is the one that I'm going to use for you guys tonight. And these palettes, I have one that is empty right now because I wanted to show you. So it comes like this, and you can pick whatever 4 you want. And the cool thing is they come just in little discs like this. So you can pop them in and pop them out. They've got these holes in the back of them. And choose whatever color you want. And if you have one color that you use a ton, because I don't know about everybody else, but every single eyeshadow palette that I have used, I always have one certain color that I use a ton of, and then the other ones I kind of use hit or miss. Well, you can buy refills just for one single individual color, which is awesome. So, but these are magnetic, so they stick in here. You can change them in and out if you're gonna go on vacation and you have 4 that you wanna bring, or you want to switch it up for wherever you're going, you can switch them out and take them that way. They come with little stickers that have the colors on them. I haven't put mine on yet because I'm not quite sure where I want to put them. They come in this little sleeve, which I haven't decided. It's kind of cool, but I don't know if it's just more work. So I haven't decided if I'm going to keep the sleeve with it or not. If I do, I would probably put the colors either on the front or the back. Or what I have seen a lot of people do is they will put them right here on the inside or on the back here, which I think, I'm kind of guessing I will put mine on the back just because you can see them and not keep the sleeve, but I haven't decided that just quite yet. But that's what I was talking about, Holly. So I'm really excited. They are really, really cool colors that we have. But I will talk about them again a little bit once I start using them, but good, good, good product. I absolutely love it. All right, let's see. The difference between concealer and powder, Sarah, is concealer is going to give you your base or your foundation. The difference between, you asked between concealer and foundation. The difference between the two, whether you use powder foundation or liquid foundation, your foundation is going to do 90% of the work. So you always want to put your foundation on first, and it gives you that base coverage. Concealer you can use in a couple of different ways. I use this Touch Skin Perfecting Concealer, and you can use concealer if you have dark spots. Foundation is going to cover the majority of your unevenness, whether you have acne, whether you have dark circles under your eyes, whether you have hyperpigmentation. I have, if you've seen any of these before, you've heard me talk about my hyperpigmentation. I've got weird dark spots just from having kids, or some people have sunspots. So the concealer, you can use that to go in and give you complete coverage. Like right now you can see I still have a little bit of a blemish here. And this concealer works so good, and it is so lightweight. You can see I put probably about 3 times more on my hand that I need. And I'm using a concealer brush, which is just a stiffer brush. But the concealer is lightweight, and it's going to go in and it's going to cover all of those dark spots even more and better than your foundation does. And I know a lot of women will use it under their eyes for dark spots. Some will use it under their eyes as a highlighting, just to kind of brighten their eyes. So if you want to use it to brighten, you want to use a concealer that is a shade or two lighter than your foundation. This concealer that I am using tonight is the same color. Now I have ordered, because I would like to show you guys how you can highlight and do a little bit of contouring with the concealer. So I've ordered some that is lighter for me. And I think it will probably do a little bit better job covering my dark spots, because sometimes I can still see those. But you go in anywhere that you want to even out still with the concealer. Hi, Tara. And it is very, very lightweight. A lot of concealers that I have used in the past feel very sticky and they're hard to blend. This concealer, though, really, really blends. I like to use it around my nose a little bit. I usually have a little bit of redness around my nose. I will use it under my eyes and anywhere that I have blemishes still. So you just put that on with your concealer brush or a stiffer type brush. And then I take my Beauty Blender. You can also take your fingers. Some people blend it with their fingers. Some people will blend it with their foundation brush. But I find that the Beauty Blender for me works the best. I love the Beauty Blender. It took me a little while to get used to. But I feel like it does the best job of blending your makeup in and giving you that full coverage. So you just want to go very lightly blending this in. Now, if you put your concealer on before you put your foundation on, you're going to use more concealer for one, because you're going to see everything that you want to cover up. So you're going to use more concealer. And then once you go back in with your foundation, it will wipe away a lot of that coverage. So you want to do your concealer after your foundation. And I was always very, very confused by that, because every blog that I read, every website that I went to, they would give different advice on that. Some would say concealer first, some would say foundation first, and there was never a very consistent answer to what you do. So I did a ton of research on it and I asked around, and it makes sense to me. You put your concealer on second because you don't want to cover up stuff that your foundation is going to cover, and you use less products, so your face feels less heavy, feels less cakey. But this concealer works really well. Once you put it on, if you let it set for a couple seconds so it warms up to your skin, it blends very, very well. I was too Holly on a lot of things that I saw, hence the confusion. And it wasn't until I talked to one person in particular who was very, very good at her makeup, and her makeup always looked phenomenal, always looked flawless. And I asked her that same question and told her my frustrations, because I always got this different answers. And that's what she told me. And it was kind of one of those light bulb moments where it's like, yeah, that makes sense. So I'm going to use our Behold setting powder. And the setting powder is going to set the foundation. But yes, so ever since then, I have started using concealer second, and it stays on better, and it really does, it works. It covers up all of the dark spots that I want covered. So I'm going to use just a small fluffy brush to go up underneath my eyes. Now for base face makeup, in order to get your makeup to stay all day, if you have oily skin, if you have combination skin, if you have trouble with your makeup not staying on, with it sliming off, with it getting oily, with it looking bad, with it creasing, the three things that you want to do for your base face, no matter what type of skin you have, you want to use primer. Primer is going to prepare your face and your skin. It will fill in your fine lines. It will fill in any pores and give you a very smooth, even finish. You want to do your foundation, concealer if you choose to use concealer, and then you want to set it with a setting powder. The setting powder that we have is translucent, so it looks like there's a little bit of color to it, but there actually is not once you put it on your face. And the setting powder, the whole job of the setting powder is to set your makeup. This will keep it so that your foundation does not crease. It will keep it so your foundation doesn't get slimy, because it will also soak up any of the excess oil that you have on your skin. And those three things, primer, foundation, and setting powder, those three things will help your makeup stay on and in place all day long. Now, sometimes I like to go in with my beauty blender and get just a little bit of that powder and really get up under my eyes, because I notice the older I get, and depending on how tired I am, under my eyes, I have all sorts of lines. So that really helps set that foundation so I don't get creases there. So those three things are definitely for all day long lasting makeup. That is what you want to do. All right, so I think I got a little extra foundation on my eyelids. I like to try and not get too much of my base face stuff on my eyelids because I go in with primer. So I'm going to go in with our eye primer, and eye primer is a must underneath eyeshadow. If you want your eyeshadow to stay on all day and to look vibrant, look the same colors that it is in your palette, I use just a little, and you'll notice that this is tinted. The face primer is not tinted, but the eye primer will help keep your colors vibrant and help keep your eyeshadow on, and so it does not crease, especially if you have oily eyelids like I do. You want to use primer. And for me, because I have oily eyelids, and just because the primer that you put on your eyes is a liquid and it dries, I like to let it dry before I do my eye makeup, so it's easier to blend my powder shadows. So I will put that on as soon as I'm done with my base face. And for your foundation, you put your setting powder on to set it. Your eyeshadow kind of acts as that setting powder, so you don't have to reset your eye primer with the powder. So now I am going to go in and I am going to, since I am so washed out and this kind of evened out all of my skin tone, I'm going to go ahead and warm this up a little bit. So I do a combination. You can do bronzer, you can do blush, you can do some contouring. My favorite way to do my cheeks is I use bronzer and blush. And sometimes if I have time and I'm feeling a little spunky, I will put some of the highlighter, some of our luminizer, couldn't remember what it's called, our Touch Alamo luminizer. So I'm going to do all three, and a lot of times I do all three just because I feel like it gives me great color. So with your bronzer, you're going to use this kind of as a contouring. This is going to add some color to your face, and it's going to warm it up, and it's going to make your cheeks look a little bit thinner and your face look a little more narrow. So you're going to put this in the hollows of your cheeks, right underneath where there's no bone, where if you go kind of follow that same line on both sides. And you want to stop around the corner of your eye. You don't want to come too far towards your mouth. You just want to stop right by the corner of your eye. So can you guys see that's really added some color? And then you're going to go along your hairline, and that will bring a lot of warmth, because good foundation is going to even your skin tone out and make you pretty much all one color. You just want to be careful, Sarah. You put too much on and that narrowing face effect goes away and you'd look like Donald Trump with his orange face. But if you put it under your chin here, under the jawline, helps you look like your chins are sucked up too. So kind of in a 3 shape, right on both sides. And that's about it. That's really the only place that you want to put bronzer. You put it on too much everywhere else, and it kind of defeats the point of it. So this is our blusher brush. I know that you had asked about that earlier, Sarah. This is our blush brush. I love it. It is so nice. So I'm going to now warm my cheeks up a little bit. Now I could stop with this and kind of blend it in a little bit more and call it good. But I like to do a little bit more pink on my cheeks because I have such dark eyes, and even though I concealed that, I feel like I'm still pretty washed out with just the bronzer. So this is our blush, and check out how big this is, you guys. I mean, these products are huge. But this is color Sweet, and this is a very subtle pink, very pigmented. You don't need to use a lot, and you're going to go right above where you put that bronzer. Or if you choose not to use bronzer, this is still the same place you're going to put it. You're going to put it in the apples of your cheeks, right where you can feel your cheekbone, and then blend back towards your hairline. And then I go a little bit in front and mix it into the bronzer a little. Ooh, pretty, pretty. And just go with a very light touch. If you do order this bronzer or the blush, start with a very light touch because it's really pigmented. But just, hi, Emma Wine. Can you tell 9 o'clock works better? All my kids are in bed, so my husband's able to hop on. It's quiet. All right, so do you guys see? It's really just kind of warmed everything up. I love this blush. And these colors, the blush and bronzer, stay on so well. So after I do the blush and bronzer, I like to take that big fluffy brush and just kind of blend it all again. Make sure they're mixed together so it doesn't look like I have 2 different products on. There. Ooh. Look like I have a little life again. And I want to show you guys, I'm going to use the Luminizer for a little bit of highlighting, but I got my fan brush. This is the brush that I have been talking about. So it is very narrow, and it's just like a fan, and it's very soft. So this is used for Luminizer. So if you have one of these brushes and you have no idea what it was for, this is what it's for. I am going to use our Powder Iridescent Luminizer. This has just a little bit of a soft sheen. And you just rub it across the powder, and then you're going to go right above where your blush is. And that just gives you such a pretty glow. It's funny, I had somebody at work the other day tell me that your makeup either looks good or it looks really good. And I think the difference is the Luminizer. I work nights, so half the time I'm at work, I look half dead. So any help I can get, I will take. So I'm putting it right above the blush. And can you guys see that little shimmer? It's just very pretty. And then you want to put it down the center of your nose and your Cupid's bow right above your lip. And that gives you that summer sunshine glow all year long, which we need here in Michigan now that it's getting cold. Hate that. Not ready for winter. All right, so now that I've got some color, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. Eyebrows, mine are a little crazy today. So I'm going to take a spoolie and I am going to just brush through them. Benji, how are ya? Just brush through. And then, yes, Sarah, I do too. I am going to take my brow brush. This has an angled brush on one side. See if you can see it. And then a flat brush on the other. And I'm going to use our Moodstruck Brow Obsession palette, which I love. Anybody that's watched me knows I love this palette. It's got 2 different powders on it, a light and a dark. It's got 2 different creams down at the bottom that you can use to highlight under your brow bone if you would like. And then it's got a setting wax for those eyebrows that are way unruly. So you want to start. I will have to think about that one, Benji. I'm sure I got something in my bag of tricks though. But you want to start with a lighter powder at the beginning of your eyebrow because your eyebrows go from light to dark. So you don't want to start too dark. These brow palettes come in 3 different colors. So we've got one that will work for blonde hair, we've got one that will work for black hair. And then once you get towards the arch, you want to switch to the dark powder. And you just fill in anywhere that you want it to look fuller, anywhere that you see sparse spots or you see skin underneath. Now I worked really hard to get my eyebrows grown out because when I started doing this, my eyebrows were completely different shapes. And one was about half the width of the other. And now I'm getting to the point where they're pretty grown out and I think I might need to start taming them again. Because they're getting to be a little crazy. But you just go and fill it in anywhere you want. And before I started, I did get this brush wet. I feel like if you get it a little bit damp, it holds the powder better and it kind of sticks it to your skin a little bit better as well, which makes your powder stay on your eyebrow better. If you need to fill your eyebrows in even more, this powder works, especially if you get your brush wet. You can definitely fill it in with the powder, but we do have some brow pencils. We do have some brow gel. Those help as well. So now that I've got them filled in, I'm going to take that spoolie and just brush through them again. No matter what product you use, whether you use pencils, whether you use gel, if you go back through and brush them, it will kind of soften them again and make them look a little more natural, so it doesn't look like you've penciled in or drawn in your eyebrows. We've all seen those women before. So now that my brows are, oh, you're fine, Benji. That's my brother. Now that your eyebrows are where you want them, I'm going to go back in with the setting wax and take the flat side of the brush and get just a little bit of wax. And you go over your brows. This will help set the powder. It sets your eyebrows. It gives them just a little bit of a shine, which makes them look nice. You don't want to overdo it with the wax though, because if you overdo it, then they will definitely look really shiny, which doesn't look natural. So, you guys see a difference with brows now that they're filled in? Makes a huge difference. All right, so now back to the eyeshadow. So for anybody that was not on earlier, I am going to use our new eyeshadow palettes. They come, you can either order a single or you can order a quad, a palette of 4. We have 25 different colors. These, yeah, Holly, I hear ya. I have my contacts and that's the only way that I can see to do this right now. And I have these bright lights up above me. But I feel your pain with that. But anyway, these are customizable. So we have 25 different colors that you can choose from. And the palettes come, I'm not sure if you were on, Tara, when I was talking. Hi, Mike. The palettes come like this. So they come with an empty palette, and then you choose what you want to use to fill it. The colors are little discs. Try not to drop it. Or little discs like this. And they are magnetic. So you can just pop them in, and they stay. And then they have little holes that you can pop them out. So you can change them in and out. If you have a palette that you absolutely love and you use one color and the rest of them are still fairly brand new, you can order a refill and just have that one come. So the single compacts come kind of like our blush compact, like this, just with a single well in it. But they are so much fun because you can customize them and you can pick and choose whatever color you want. So I absolutely love them. And they do come in 4 different finishes. They come in matte, they come in pearl, they come in shimmer or satin, and they come in metallic. So I am going to use this one, and I have to get out my colors because I can't remember what they are because I just got them. So they come with little stickers like this that once you have a palette or you want to keep your palette that way, you can put the stickers in by the colors so you know what color they are, especially if you need to reorder. But I am going to start, I think, with this dark one. This one is called Agile. It is a very pretty, I don't know if you can see it on here with my lights, but it is almost like a rose pink color. And I am going to go in with my angled brush. And I'm going to do my eyeshadow a little bit different than I normally do. I'm going to take this angled brush and just place it right in the crease. Now normally I would go in with a medium color and do kind of half the eye. If you've seen any of my videos, you definitely know how I typically do my eyeshadow. I'm going to try something a little different, so hopefully this will work out. Because I'm one of those people, I'm kind of stuck in my way, so if I find it something that I like and a way that I like to do it, I just kind of stick with that. But we're going to be a little more adventurous today, just because these are new colors and they're fun. So I'm going to place this right in the crease, and I'm going to go most of the way over. And because I have a lot of room up above, I am going to go just a little bit higher. And still keep that line from the lower lash line up to the corner. You don't want to come down past that because it will drag your eye down. And this is going to look really dark and really scary, like I always say, but we will blend this out. And I'm going to leave the top, I'm going to connect it here on the corner, just so you don't have that drastic stop. But for the most part, I'm going to leave my lid alone and just go in the crease and a little bit above it. Now, typically when I do my eyeshadow, I like to use more of a shimmer, brighter one from about halfway over into the inner corner of my eye. And I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to do it a little bit different. And give you guys, show you how versatile eyeshadow can be. Now these new eyeshadows I'm really, really excited about because they come in some really cool colors. So I'm hoping to be able to do some fun looks for you guys once I get them. But I'm just being pretty meticulous where I place it. Sarah, it just depends on what kind of look you want. I don't normally do this look. I've never done this look before, so we'll see how it looks when it's done. But I want you to come over and I want to show you a couple different ways to do it once you get them. Because that's the fun thing with eyeshadow. Eyeshadow, Sarah, this look, if you do not such dark colors, which this one will not be so dark once I blend it out. This look is a great daytime look. The other one that the way that I normally do it, I have more dark in the corner and it's a little more of a smoky look. So doing it this way would actually be a great daytime look with any colors that you do. All right. I feel like that one is a little bit more on that side. But yes, this is definitely a good option, Sarah, for a daytime look. If it works the way that I'm hoping that it will work. We will see. Kind of winging it here. All right. So, now, if I am teaching someone how to do their makeup, if they're not watching what I'm doing, if I'm just putting makeup on for them, I will stop and I will give them a mirror and tell them to look at this. Because what happens is if they see the final product and they're like, it looks great and it's blended and now I get home and I've got my products and I'm putting it on and this is nothing like what she showed me. This is nothing like what it looked like. Well, there's a reason. It's because it's not blended yet. And a lot of women don't understand that. They feel like they are putting it on themselves and they're putting it on wrong. But the key to pretty foundation or to pretty eyeshadow is to blend it. So this is one of our other new products. This is our blending brush. Now before when I would blend, let me show you the difference. This is our deluxe brush right here. So you can see there's a big difference in size. This one is much fluffier. This one is a little stiffer. If I am in a hurry, I still stick with the deluxe brush because it takes time to blend. Now I am going to just blend. And I like to show you guys this in real time so you can see that it's not necessarily a quick thing. Sometimes, yes, it's quick. Sometimes, tennis jean. Sometimes you need to put it on and go. So you're not always going to have time to blend it in. Now I'm going to do an initial blend on this just to get the harshness out of it. And then I'm going to go and add some more colors. Because I don't want to take all the colors. The more you blend, the more you're going to take the color out. But you definitely want to get those harsh lines out. So I'm just going to do an initial blend. So that already has softened this look up a ton. So it's very, very pretty. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do, I think I'm going to take that deluxe brush and I am going to go in with this medium color pink. This is kind of like a light, like a dusty rose color. And that one is called Hesitant. Isn't it pretty? And you have to remember with eyeshadow, dark is a receding color. Anything light will bring it to the forefront. So you want your darker color to be in the crease and you want it to be in the corner. Your darkest color that you do, you want to be in the outer corner. And any other dark color, like this one, that's the darkest color I'm going to do on this look. So you want it to be in your crease. So I'm going to take that middle color and I'm going to put that on my eyelid, the whole eyelid. And this is just a very pretty pink color. And I'm going to take it and go right above, just kind of blend above where I did that dark. And that just adds pretty, pretty color. Do that on both sides. What's more fun, Tara? Eyeshadow for me, I think, is the most fun part of makeup because you can do such different looks with it. It totally changes your look, and you can do daytime, you can do nighttime. You can really do whatever you want with it. All right, and then I'm going to take that big blending brush again and just really blend that good. Isn't that just pretty? It's just a very soft, and as dark as that one was, as dark as it started, it just blends out to very, very pretty. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding, right? He'd have fit right in. All the stories I've told him about our team. Ooh, I like this. And I haven't really seen these colors yet either. I haven't used them. And these two are pretty, I think that dark one is maybe a satin finish, and this pink one is more of a matte finish. So there's a little teeny tiny shimmer in it, but not much. So if you like more of a matte eyeshadow, these colors are definitely for you because they are not real shimmery. I think that I need to put a little more dark on this one. They look a little uneven to me. You guys like these colors? Feel free to share this too, by the way, you guys. Ooh, I like that. All right. I think we're pretty even there. So now I'm going to go back to that deluxe brush and I'm going to try this lightest color. This is, it's not white, it's almost like a clay gray color. It's called Pessimistic. It looks more white to me on the brush than it does in the palette, but I'm going to use this color to highlight up under my brow. Tell them you're just feeling saucy. Some of the shimmers I like and some of them I don't. I feel like if they get too shimmery, they just look shiny. And they're just not very becoming. All right. Woo-hoo. I like it. Boy, do I like these new colors. And just blend, blend, blend. So do you guys see how much I am blending this eyeshadow? I mean, it really does make a difference. And like I said, if you need a quicker blend, do a stiffer brush a little bit and go just right at the edges of it. That will blend it out faster. When I first got this deluxe brush, I didn't like it because I felt like I would blend and it wouldn't do anything, but then I realized you just need to blend a little bit longer. And it does actually soften your shadow more than that deluxe brush. It just takes a little bit more time. What do you guys think? I like that. It's very pretty in person. I'm gonna do just a little bit more of this light color up underneath. All right. So now I think I am going to trying to decide if I want to do anything bright. I usually do a lighter one, so this is a weird look for me because I don't have a lighter in my inner corner of my eyes. But I think I'm going to leave it because I do really like it. So I am going to put some eyeliner on. And Sarah, you had asked about our liners, so I am going to show you. She had asked if they were, if they stayed on well. So I'm going to take a white eyeliner, a lip liner, and our black eyeliner. And I will come back to those in just a second. But I'm going to put eyeliner just on my top. And this is our black, and I believe it's called Perfect. All of our liners are smudge proof. Oh, my contact moved. And stay on really, really well. You will have to wash these eyeliners off. This is a very different look than I normally do. It's much softer though, I think. And much more of a daytime look. But I do like the eyeliner. I always do eyeliner. All right, so yes, it does, Holly. Like I said, one of these videos that I did, I put them on my hands like this, and I went shopping and I could not get it off my hand. I had to wait until I came home. But having said that, with as smudge proof as they are, it will come off with your normal face cleaner. So I am going to, instead of putting eyeliner on my lower lid, I find the older I get, the less I like having eyeliner on my lower lid because I feel like it's very harsh and I feel like it makes me look older. So I'm going to take our crease brush. This one is a little bit stiffer and smaller. This is the same brush that I would use if I'm going to do a dark color just right in the corner. It's the same brush that I would use. But I'm going to take that dark color that I started with, that one that's called Agile, and I'm going to get just a little bit and go under my lower lid. Right along my lash line. And what this does is it kind of ties your eyeshadow in with your lower line, but it's not as harsh as eyeliner. Nope, Sarah, none. Because you will see once I add mascara to this, what makes it dark circles under your eyes, Sarah? But Sarah, once I put on mascara, and once I put this on, because you can see it it almost looks like I have eyeliner on. But if you look at it up close, it's very soft. Yeah, you will not have that problem with this eyeliner, Tara. I always had problems, especially at work when I wore the mask. If it pushed any of the skin up and underneath it, it would all be like halfway down my face. I hated it. But this eyeliner stays on like wicked good. So you can see, Sarah, that it looks like I still have some color underneath my eye, but it's just not as harsh as the eyeliner. And you can do this, sometimes I will do this with a medium color, sometimes I will do this with a dark. I like the look of eyeliner underneath my eye, so I typically tend to go for more of a darker one just so you can see it a little better. But it's a little bit softer. I like it. And if it is like, if you're having the hot days, where this eyeliner, I don't have trouble with it smearing, but it won't smear either. So, all right, let's see. So now I am going to go in with my mascara, and I want to show you guys, let me see what I did with it. I want to show you guys the difference. So we have, oh, that's a good idea. Sometimes, Holly, I will go in with a angled brush and do that too with the eyeshadow or with the eyeliner, because it does smoke it out a little bit. These I have found, because they are so smudge proof, it's a little bit harder to smudge it. You have to do it right away, because as soon as it dries, you cannot smudge that out with a sponge or with a eyeliner sponge. It's really hard to smudge it out. But what I have done is I will do the eyeliner, and then I will go back in. Hi, Georgia. I will go back in with a black or whatever color eyeliner I'm using with an eyeshadow and use that same angled brush and just kind of smudge that over it, and it will kind of give it that smoky look. All right, so I typically always do our Epic mascara. And I want to show you the difference, because we have the 3D Fiber mascara. I'm going to do both of them and show you the difference of what it looks like just the Epic alone, and then with the 3D Fiber mascara on top of that. Right, Holly? This stuff is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I do have right here our Esteem Serum. This is the stuff. This stuff helps your eyelashes grow so much longer and thicker. And I was so skeptical when I first got this that I didn't think it would work. And I tell you what, it works so good. But this is our Epic mascara. So this is one step. You do not have to curl your eyelashes. There is a wax in this mascara that will curl your eyelashes for you. And it is like the best mascara on the planet. Typically, I use just this. And I absolutely love it. Because of that wax, it separates your eyelashes so well. It doesn't get clumpy at all. And I have had this particular one for almost 2 months now. And I use it every day. And it's still, there's like no clumps, no, it's just awesome stuff. So I'm going to put a coat of this on. And you can kind of feel it on your eyelashes, curling them, which is really kind of funky. But it feels really cool. And then I'm going to put this on my lower lid as well, or on my lower lashes. I have something in my contact, I think. I just got new contacts and I've been having trouble with one of them. Makes my eye burn. So I put my old one back in. All right. So that is just one coat of that Epic mascara. And that gives you a lot of length and a lot of volume. Now, typically at this point, I would go back in and put a second coat of it on because I love it that much. And it adds a lot more length and volume. But I do want to show you. So I'm going to go in. Our Fiber mascara is a two-step mascara. It comes with the gel, which is just like your normal mascara. And then it comes with these fibers. And if you have never seen our Fiber mascara, I'm going to get this really close and see if you can see it. See if I can get it to focus. Do you see that there's, it almost looks like little tiny hairs on there. So that's the fiber. The fibers are what are going to give you that length, and it's going to give you some really awesome volume. What it does is it sticks to the gel, and then you go back in and seal it with more gel, and that's what gives you the length. So I'm going to go in with a gel. It's just like black mascara, and put a coat of the gel on. And this is on top of that Epic mascara. I think this gel is a little bit stickier than the Epic and not quite as black. Then I'm going to take the fibers. Now the fibers, when I put it up close, you guys could see how they were all kind of all over the place. If you roll it on your wrist or on your hand, it will make them stick to this wand so they don't fall off on your face. So then you're going to go in and put just a very light coat. I don't like to do a thick coat of it because then they just get kind of crazy. And you are focusing more on the outer tips of your eyelashes because that's where you want the length to be. And then you're gonna do the other eye at this point. You don't want to do the gel and then the gel on the other eye because by the time you come back with those fibers, that gel has dried and they won't stick to it. So you want to do one eye at a time with the gel, then fibers. And then do the other eye. I do not use the fibers on my lower lashes, even if I'm using just this mascara alone, because I feel like it's just a mess. So I'm gonna go back in again, roll the fibers, and do it on this side. Oh, can you guys see the length this is giving me? It's like crazy. This is when I would have to wear this when I have my contacts in because I don't think I could wear my glasses with this because they are so long now. And then I'm going to go in and seal both sides with the gel again. That will keep the fibers stuck to the gel so they don't fall off. Holy cow. This is like crazy long. So this is what you can do if you love having super long lashes, or if you have an event where you want really long lashes or you would consider putting false ones on. You don't need false lashes with this stuff, I tell you, ladies. All right, you guys, you see that? I don't know how well you can see it on there, but it is like crazy, crazy, crazy long and black. It is beautiful. Ooh, I feel like I have false lashes on. Anyway, so that is one coat of Epic and one coat of the Fiber 3D mascara. So you can go ahead and do another coat of the Epic instead of the 3D, however you choose to do it. It's very impressive. So anyway, these liners, can't really see the white because my skin is so pale, but they do not come off. So if you guys, and I mean, I am like moving my skin scrubbing these. So if you guys have any question at all about those, I tell you, they stay on good. So for lips, what do you guys want to see? I have a couple of different products. I've got our liquid lipsticks. I have our lip stains. I've got a couple different colors in those. I have our regular, our Opulence regular lipstick. I've got some glosses. What kind of lip look are you guys looking for? And do you want to do a pink lip to kind of match? I think a bold lip probably wouldn't look too good with the pink eyeshadow. But we could do a nude lip. I could do a pink lip. Oh, Holly, I hope you don't have reason to know that. So the last thing that I'm going to do for my eyes is I always like to go in with that white liner. And I like to do my lower waterline. This opens your eyes up and just makes them look bigger. Makes your eyeshadow kind of pop more too. And I always do this after I put my mascara on because if I do it before, I tend to get mascara in it. A lot of women will use black in their waterline, which is great if you have very big open eyes. If you don't, it closes your eyes up. So can you guys see how much that just kind of opened? And I will do this with contacts in. Oh, that's good, Holly. Laughing tears are good. And then one trick that I have learned that works really well, even with the smudge-proof eyeliner, if you have any trouble with it staying on in your waterline, I am going to take just a matte white eyeshadow and an angled brush. You could do this with black if you use black. You can do it with whatever color you use. But get a little bit on that angled shadow or on the angled brush and just kind of tap that in. And that will set that, because a lot of eyeliners are sticky. This one is not sticky, but when I wear contacts, my eyes water a lot. And then I will sometimes get a little bit of spottiness in where the liner is. So if you put eyeshadow over that, it will help set that and help it stay on even longer. All right, so I think I want to show you guys our lip stains. I just got a couple of new ones. And I think I'm going to show you Serendipitous. Our lip stains, this is a pink one. Our lip stains are pretty cool. They come on a wand and they are spill proof. And they are gorgeous. So I'm gonna just put this on. This is kind of a mauve pink, I guess. Hey, Cam. Now with these, you definitely want to let them dry. But once these dry, these will not come off until you wash them off. Ooh, I haven't tried this color yet. I like it. I'm starting to be a little more daring and wearing brighter lips. Which says a lot from the girl that used to wear just lips or chapstick. What do you guys think of this color? Whew. I like it. So I'm gonna let that dry just a second. So once this dries, if you want it darker, you can definitely put on a darker coat. I'll show you some of the other colors I have. So this is Serendipitous. This one is Shy, which is a very light, kind of a corally pink. This one is Sappy, which is more of a red, but it's a very, very light red. And then this one is Sucker Punch. This one is beautiful. If you like red, whoo, check out that one. That one is gorgeous. You have to be pretty brave. I'm not quite that brave to wear that one. Not yet, but I will be. Right outfit. That's a good nighttime one. All right, so this is pretty dry and does not come off. And this is definitely does not come off. So I'm going to show you what one more coat of it looks like. Yes, this color makes you feel very pretty. It's like a good pink. It's not Barbie doll pink. It's got a little more purple to it. Ooh, I like it. All right. Well, that is about it, you guys. If you have any questions, please message me. Especially if you have any questions about the new products that just came out. They are awesome, awesome products. Yeah, these do not come off. So yes, if you want a long-lasting lipstick, the lip stains, for sure, they are amazing. Anyway, that is about it. Thanks you guys for watching. I appreciate it so much. Feel free to like, share, invite your friends to watch this. All your support is appreciated as always. So I will, if you have any types of looks that you guys would like to see, or anything about any of the products, any techniques or application tips that you would like, drop me a line. I would be more than happy to talk to you one-on-one, or I'd be more than happy to do a live video for you as well. So anyway, have a good night. Thank you guys so much. Here's my Wednesday night toast to all you ladies. I love your support. Thank you so much.